As everybody says, welcome. It's such a joy to have you here, really.
Thank you so much. It's good to be here.
You're looking absolutely marvellous, if I may say so.
I didn't dress tonight.
This is what you've been wearing all day.
Oh,
to do a bit
certainly.
of cooking and everything.
Certainly.
You love cooking, actually, don't you? You love doing things about the house, don't you?
Yes, I'm a compulsive housekeeper. I played Harriet Craig once, and I was ready for the role.
What's your favourite role?
Pork chops. I thought you were going to say, what is my favorite recipe?
Egg roll. No, all right.
No, pork chops.
Pork chops is your favourite?
And fried apples, yes.
And fried apples.
And baked beans, and lots of lovely, delicious things.
That's your favourite recipe. What's your favourite role, which is what I was going to say?
Well, naturally, Mildred Pierce. I was lucky.
And certainly here in New York, Mildred Pierce played the other night again, on Sunday night, wasn't it? And just got a fantastic response and rating and everything. How did you come to get the part of Mildred Pierce?
Well, I think God had his hand on my shoulder because Mr. Mike Curtiz hated me. He wanted Barbara Stanwyck. He wanted no part of me. He said, I don't want those big, broad shoulders. She wears padded shoulders. And I said, well, so I went to Sears Roebuck. Oh, yes. And I bought off the rack 3 dresses to test in for just house dresses. Now, when I first started in pictures, Adrian said, I've never seen such big shoulders. She should be the female Johnny Weissmuller. So, Adrian said, I can't cut her shoulders off, so I'll just exaggerate them. So that's how the padded shoulders came in. So Mike Curtiz said, I hate those big shoulders. I hate them. I hate them. So one day while we were testing, he hated me so much, he said, I hate you. And he tore the dress off me. And thank God I had a bra on. He said, my God, they're hers. Not these. And he was so embarrassed, he walked off the stage. And then we tested again. I asked if I could please test with all the girls. There were about 12 or 14 girls to play Vida, my daughter. And he said, well, I see no reason for that. He still wanted Barbara Stanwyck. I think she would have been better in the part anyway. But anyway, I did the test with all the girls, and we picked Ann Blythe. And then we had to do another test to see if Ann could handle the very emotional, dramatic scenes. And she did so beautifully that at the end of the scene, I waited for cut, cut, cut. Nothing, no response from the director. And I looked at him, he was streaming with tears down his face, and he said, I love you, baby. I got the part.
That's sensational. And then how long was it between getting the part? The Academy Award followed, what, about a year later, I suppose?
6 months.
Yeah.
I was doing Humoresque with Johnny Garfield when I received the Academy Award, in bed.
How was that?
104 temperature, where would you be? My doctor was with me, sitting on me, literally holding me down in the bed, because I was ready to get out and go, because I had received the nomination, and I was so grateful. I don't think the public knows what that Oscar means to us. It is one of the most emotional things that can ever happen to a human being.
Why do you think it is? Because it comes from your colleagues, or what?
It comes from the people who work with us and who work in the same industry. We are chosen by them, not the public.
Who do you think was who to you is your most memorable male co-star? I mean, leading man opposite you. Who
The King.
the king?
Gable. And next, Spencer Tracy.
And wasn't it Spencer Tracy who gave Clark Gable the title of
The king, yes.
Why was Clark Gable the king?
Well, he earned the title. He was a king wherever he went. He walked like one, he behaved like one, and he was the most masculine male I have ever met in my life.
And what do you really mean by masculine?
You really want to know?
Sure.
They might bloop me off.
Let them try. They'll bloop you off.
You told me I could go.
Yes.
You mean leave, go?
No,
or
no,
go.
No. Well, we'll see if they do. Bloop. Bloop, for anybody at home, is a technical word that is for
Bleep.
For bleep.
Is it bleep or bloop?
It depends, really, or blip even. But but we'll see if they do. I think it's an unexceptionable, simple, anatomical word. I
could have said he had guts. Is that better?
Guts. The
That's
other was
not
more
it.
descriptive.
Yeah, that's right. It doesn't say the same thing.
Can you think of one particular incident that sums him up? I mean, one particular memory you have of him? I was going to say in action, but now that would sound...
I can talk about that. We had a scene one day where he had to slap me, and he had tremendous hands. And he got me right on the jaw, camera-wise, here, with this part of his hand. What is that?
Palm.
I'm afraid I'm going to get dirty again and say the butt of his hand.
That's not dirty, is it?
I don't know, butt.
No.
I don't know. They're going to bleep me off again?
No.
Okay.
That's enough.
And he got me here and hit the ear. The reaction was so wonderful. It's what the director wanted. But the minute the scene was over, he just put his arms around me and he said, "I'm sorry, baby." Now, you're going to turn against a man like that? That's how he's the king.
Right. And he was really recognized by...
A very gentle man, really. Yes.
Gentle how? You mean like that?
Gentle. He did his performance and waited for my reaction because it was over his shoulder with the slap. But he couldn't wait. I saw his hands trembling. He couldn't wait to say, "I'm sorry."
How about your memories of Spencer Tracy?
Oh, that was a man with great gentility and great humor. Gentility in a different way than Gable. And wonderful humor. I never knew how he was going to read a line. It was always a surprise to me. I never knew. And that's great for acting, because you get surprises. It's kind of good for you, for reactions. I remember with Cliff Robertson in the scene of Autumn Leaves, he came in, and just before we took the scene, the director said, "Don't kiss him. Turn away." And I did, and Cliff said, "Oh, the camera wasn't going. If you'd only waited." I love surprises like that. I never can react like that again. So I did something trickier when the camera was going. He reacted. You see, you have to adjust to all actors and actresses that you work with in order to make them come out of their shell. We all have insecurities.
And different actors need to be drawn out in different ways.
Yes, that's why I demand rehearsals. For a film, you get a week to 2 weeks rehearsals, and for television, you rehearse Saturdays and Sundays on your own time. If the director's available, you're in good hands. But I demand it. I want to know what I'm going to do when I go on. And I think everybody in this audience and everybody listening, when they go to their work every morning, likes to know what they have to do, what's expected, and you want challenges. You want to be able to do it. Am I right?
You're great after you've had rehearsals, but like now, you're great when you haven't had them too.
I'm ad-libbing.
You're great when you're ad-libbing. We'll take a break. We'll be right back with Miss Joan Crawford. Welcome back, talking with Miss Joan Crawford. Joan, I was just lighting your cigarette, in fact, and the initials on there are ANS on the top of the...
Alfred New Steele, my husband.
Well, reading about your life, in fact, one gets the impression that he gave a tremendous amount of strength to you. Is that true?
And courage.
Courage to do what, really?
Well, I was scared to death of flying in the first place, and I flew in order to marry him, and I've been flying ever since.
Would you say it was you've had 4 marriages, it was your happiest marriage, was it?
Yes, I was an adult.
Not for the other 3?
No, I think an actress brings part of her personality, of every character she plays, and brings the parts she likes of those characters into her own being, and then she becomes that being. Then she has to rediscover and find herself, me, Joan, and then decide what I want to be. But I had been all through that. But we had 1 month, less than 4 years of beautiful, happy marriage. I'm luckier than most people, David. I know people who've been married for 30-some-odd years, and they can't say they've had almost 4 years of happiness out of the 30 years.
What would you say makes a happy marriage?
Giving. Don't be a taker, be a giver. And that goes for both sides.
And could you, earlier on in your life, catch yourself doing what you were just saying, going home in the evening and still being the part that you played during the day?
We don't know that when we're doing it. We have no idea we're doing that. It's kind of a thing that I'm sure happens to, well, I would like to say, I can't speak for Katharine Hepburn, Audrey Hepburn, Garbo, and all those people, but I think we take on the good facets of these things and kind of put them on like a new dress. And we don't know that. But we find we're using them.
And looking back afterwards,
I never look back. Today is gone already. What I've done today, if it doesn't prepare for tomorrow, then I'm not good to me.
What do you look forward to?
Oh, about 100 years to learn how to paint, 100 years to learn the education, to have the education, the formal education I never had. I never went beyond the 6th grade. That's one of my hang-ups. No, really, I have a great insecurity about that.
Do you have hang-ups? You don't have
Yeah, that's the only one I have. The only one. And I know me, I've never had to go to a psychologist or a psychiatrist, because I feel if you have 1 ounce of good sense and 1 good friend, you'll never have to go to a psychiatrist.
You've in fact made the name of Joan Crawford immortal in the history of the cinema and so on. How did you hit upon the name Joan Crawford?
I didn't. They had a contest in a magazine Photoplay magazine, I think it was. And the first choice was Joan Arden. So I did 2 pictures. Arden.
Arden.
A-R-D-E-N, like Elizabeth. And so I did 2 pictures under the name of Joan Arden, and a Joan Arden, an extra girl, sued Metro. So they took second choice, Joan Crawford. And I said, whew, sounds like crawfish. And Billy Haynes, my best friend, said, better crawfish than cranberry. It's served with turkeys. I hope you never make one.
What a great remark. So,
Billy Haynes was a great actor. He just did The Ambassador's House in London town.
What in fact was the third name or the fourth name that you?
I don't know.
No, because it might have got down to Higginbottom or something like that. Really, Joan Crawford was a super.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. No, we didn't go that far, down to H.
What was your name before it was Joan Crawford or Joan Arden?
Lucille Lecieux. I'm half French, half Irish.
That was a nice name, too.
They said it's too long for a marquis. To hell with it. Excuse me.
To heaven with it, you said.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know where it went, but anyway, Lucille Lecieux is still
to
here.
Hades with it.
Yes.
To Hades with it. What did you do, in fact, before you went into show business? What sort of things did you do before films and before dancing?
I worked my way through St. Agnes Academy, waiting on tables, and then I worked my way through Rockingham Academy from 9 years of age to 13, waiting on tables. I knew I was preparing for Mildred Pierce some way along the way. It had to be. And I learned to cook that way. That's why I'm such a good cook.
How much dancing did you do at that time?
I danced all the way while I was serving tables.
Did you?
Oh, never stopped. I was born running. I never walked.
And then what was really, if you had to pick one thing, what was the biggest break you had?
I think Mr. Harry Rapf, who spotted me, I was never good enough to be in the first line of the chorus. The second line of the chorus of Innocent Eyes with Mr. Schubert, and he spotted me, so I had tests. That sounds funny, doesn't it? Photographic tests.
Good. I'm glad we
cleared that up. Okay. Anyway, they called me back for the third test, and then they said, they just sent me a wire saying you're put under contract to Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer for 5 years. Would you please leave 4? And I called and said, do they dance in pictures? And they said, yes. Then I said, okay, I'll sign. I'd never seen movies when I was 13.
And do you find, going right back to those early days of movies, how different is Hollywood now? Do you like Hollywood now, or did you prefer it then?
I think Hollywood now is the most depressing place in the entire world. And I am the most grateful human being in the whole world for what it has given me. It's given me my education. It's given me everything I've ever earned. The power to adopt 5 children, to raise them, to educate them. I will never be ungrateful for that. But now, there's snobbish little cliques there, and you may have it. Unless you're in a successful series, they don't want you.
And it's much more
It's rather
snobbish now.
sad.
It's more snobbish now, you think, than it was then.
We weren't snobs. We loved everybody.
Did you?
Yeah. We loved people, like I love people now.
Really? But wasn't there just as much behind the scenes then?
No. You can say it. I can't say the other.
No, it's the descendants of the band, isn't it?
You mean the band?
What's different about being...
I threw you.
Yes, deliciously.
Good.
Deliciously. What's different about being a star then and now? I read a marvelous thing about you being a star, about travelling with 27 pieces of hand luggage and
Don't
14
be silly,
trunks.
42 pieces of luggage.
What was in them?
Well, one of the... May I say Pepsi Cola?
Yeah, sure.
One of our
That's not
Pepsi-Cola-
obscene, is it? No.
Not at all. No cyclamates. One of our men picked up one of my suitcases when I was going to Honolulu to work with the Kaiser Cookout and representing Pepsi, and he said, "Joan, they do have rocks in Honolulu. Why do you have to pack them?" No, you have to take lots and lots of clothes and lots of hats in case your hairdresser doesn't arrive, like today.
Really?
I kid thee not.
Your hairdresser didn't turn up? So you wore a
She
hat?
turned up 45 minutes late, so I said, "I need thee not."
Will you ever use her again?
If I were late, which I told her, if I were late on television, they would replace me in nothing flat. I'm sorry, this is the 5th time you've been late.
New hairdresser tomorrow.
More hats.
That's great. We'll take a break. We'll be right back with Joan Crawford. Welcome back, talking with the marvellous Miss Joan Crawford. I wonder we were talking just now about being a star and so on, and all the luggage and everything. How would you define being a star, in fact?
Delicious. It's lovely. I never take it for granted. I never accept it. I try to be. I imitated you today doing that.
So Sue said, yes. Yeah, I didn't know I did it.
Yeah.
Sue
Swirl.
Solomon from our
I
show
can't
went
swirl.
to see Joan.
You haven't given me a swirl chair.
No, and mine's over there now, too. It's disappeared.
But yeah, I love it. It's just like a kid. He's got the toe up here, he's got the heel down here, he just is lovely. And he wiggles it every now and then.
Do
Have
I?
you noticed it? Yeah.
Do I?
Yeah, it's lovely.
Have I been wiggling tonight?
When you're happy, it wiggles.
Oh, well, it's been wiggling a lot then. I'm incredibly happy. What would where were we? and indeed, who cares? It's lovely. No, that's being a star. What is a star, would you say? Someone who makes me wiggle. But what about apart from that?
A star is a human being, this is my opinion, who can contribute, give warmth, and keep an image.
Wiggle, wiggle.
Wiggle, wiggle.
That's a very, very good description. Now, Joan, in fact, is starring in well, you tell us about it, in a new television production that comes up on the 21st, a special edition of the Virginian. Let's bring on the man who directed it, shall we?
Yes,
Let's bring him on to join us. Let's bring on Mr. Robert Gist. I believe we know one another. Come and sit down.
I call him Mr. Shakespeare. Take a look at that face.
Don't put my feet out here to do that.
Yeah, do this.
Hey, tell us about the episode Joan stars in, because this is a fascinating departure.
It's about a woman with an enormous amount of extrasensory perception who spent the early part of her life on a gambling ship on the Mississippi River, dealing tarot cards and telling the life stories of people. And she met a man and fell in love with him. And he died in a fire. And time goes by and she meets another man, and he too dies in the fire. So we're all involved in all those extrasensory perceptions, predictabilities, sense memories which are very painful. And that relates to the film clip which you're going to see tonight, I guess.
Well, shall we? Let's see the clip now.
Yeah.
To just tell us what this scene is.
Well, this scene follows a scene in which her husband is burned in a fire and the house is destroyed. And the scene is an enormous scene of about a 4-page monologue. What you're going to see is the last few moments of that monologue, which occurs 72 hours after these hallucinations, 72 hours after she's seen the fire. And that's the scene that takes place now. And the younger brother who set the fire is in this scene, comes into this scene.
Let's see Joan Crawford now in action in this episode of The Virginia.
I heard John scream. I didn't go in. I should have tried. I should have tried harder.
There's nothing you could do. You couldn't have moved him alone.
I wasn't alone.
Thank heavens you're all right.
Thank heavens you're all right. Why didn't you help me move him? Had you killed him already? Is that what you were scared of? Is it? Or did you think I'd burn too?
I don't know what she's talking about. Neither do I. Where were you night before last?
Me? I was in Rock Creek playing poker. I've got witnesses.
You killed him.
Stephanie, you're out of your mind.
You killed him! One way or another, you killed him!
Please, get out, both of you.
You're a great team, aren't you, really? Because do you find it easy to work together, the two of you?
Well, they talk about the legend, you know. I suppose the legend is many things to many people. I've worked with her very profoundly several times. And the legend is a child. A child in the sense that she brings to her work and she calls on all the early intuitive things that children lose because we say, no, that's a no, you mustn't do that. Nice girls don't do that, nice boys don't do that. And she goes back to that and reaches in that bag and brings out that kind of pure thing, and you go to work with that. And that's what she gives the director.
Are the two of you going to do anything else together?
I hope so forever. And he's just newly married. You know, this has only to do with work. I never knew anybody who gave more. You see, Robert is an actor. And having won all the accolades an actor can get, he knows actors' problems. And he can solve them quicker than anybody I know. He did me a very dirty trick once. A filthy trick. I could have killed him. I'm not going to use dirty words again. He rehearsed with me. I always rehearse on Saturdays and Sundays. On a stage alone, if the director is not available. He was always available. And he rehearsed scenes with me on Saturday and Sunday. We started shooting on Monday, and when the actor signed for the picture came on, he was so flat. This gave so much excitement, so much energy, so much beauty to a scene. He brought everything out of me, and I played, the best part of my performance was on the rehearsal Saturday and Sunday, because the actor was so damn flat on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And that was a dirty trick, really. He is so good as an actor, and so great as a director.
What things in the future do you want to do? What ambitions do you have left, Joan?
Oh, many. I want to go and work with Robert at Synanon. David, Robert worked 3 years at Synanon, put up a workshop out there in California, in Malibu. Robert also teaches at the universities in California, the drama students, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I think you have to go back to work at the day you get back, don't you? Some teaching, yes. He is so sensational. Would you like to hear a story about Synanon and Bob Wagner and Robert?
Yes, I would.
Please.
I love Synanon.
Just for people who don't know it, please tell us what it is.
I don't know what it is.
Well, don't tell us what it is.
It's a lifestyle, David.
It's a what?
It's a lifestyle. It started out years ago as a place for addicts to begin to make their way back, to find their way back from drugs. And it's far more than that now. It's now a way of living, you know. So the concept has enlarged itself. So it has residents and non-residents, people who are addicts, people who are not addicts, and everybody contributing to the whole. Synanon is in the business of giving things away. They give meat away, they give jobs away, they give money away, they give everything away. They don't keep anything. Bob Wagner and I were working on Takes the Thief. He's a groovy cat, Bob Wagner. And he's trying to dig what's going on out there. His job keeps him away from it. And he said to me during the film, listen, I want to get with the drugs. I'm going to talk to kids about drugs. I want to get on television and tell them, hey, stay off that stuff. Blah, 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 blah. I said, hey, man, that's not where it is. That ain't where it is. So where is it? I said, you want to come to Synanon with me? That's where it is. So we went. We finished shooting. And we reached there about 7:30 one night. We had dinner with Diedrich, the brother of the man who founded Synanon, his wife, the president of Synanon. And we waited on the tables by the people who were residents there. And then we were left there. We went upstairs to the game rooms. Now, the game rooms, there were sessions about truth. This is I want you to know that I'm a constant bleep, so I have to be careful, you know. So we went into the game room. Now, there's language is not spared in that game room. I mean, people talk. When we went upstairs finally after we left the game room, Bob was to shoot at 7 o'clock the next morning. We wrapped upstairs, and he said he wanted to do something about drugs, and he was talking to Diedrich. And he said, well, I want to get on television, I want to do this, I want to do that. And he said, that ain't where it is. Drugs are a symptom. There is no drug problem. Drugs are a symptom of the problem. America has a deeper problem than drugs. So he said, what you did tonight when you came here did more than all the television you'll ever do. For the girl that waited on you was an ex-hooker. 19 years old. She was on heroin since she was 12 years old. And she was hooking since she was 13 to supply the habit. But she waited on the table, and when we left the table, and Diedrich said, you didn't eat your cake. And she took the cake and took it to her room. But when you came here, what you said was that you approve of what we're trying to do here. And you approve of what they're trying to do. And that did more than all the television in the world. So Wagner had an education. Finally left him about 2 o'clock in the morning at a little old restaurant in California. And he had an education. He wants to join Synanon and do something whatever he can.
I want to help too.
What do you think he learned? I mean, what was the main thing about the education?
You were with him. I can't answer that.
There's so much about it. I have such heavy feelings about the United States. I'm so concerned about it because I think it's getting late. And I don't think we've got much time left. I think we're a nation maybe looking for our soul. Because I think maybe we lost it. So that drugs are a red flag saying, hey, baby, I'm doing this because that's so bad out there. And I'm trying to find some peace for myself, so I'll do that thing or jab that or do whatever I can. And what they have there is a coming together of people in a way of life in which they try to find ways to communicate truthfully. Because we're all things. I mean, all of us are murderers and rapists, and you and I are the same bag. I mean, you go your trip and I go my trip. But we're the same thing, really. I mean, we have all those little secrets. At Synanon, there are no secrets. A hooker's a hooker. We don't call it by any other name. An addict is a dope fiend, and we call it what it is. An actor is an actor. An artist is an artist. And the can is the can. We don't say all those funny words. We're a nation that has developed lovely words like credibility gap, which is a way to say lie, whatever the word overkill means. I don't know what that means. How can you kill over, you know?
Do you feel the same thing though, Joan? Do you feel that we've lost our souls in a way? We're lost?
I think the way of life today is trying to make us lose our souls, but they'll never let me lose mine, because I'm going to hang on to it.
And on that upbeat note, we'll take a break. Welcome back with Robert Gist and Joan Crawford. And Joan has got something there called
Desiderata.
which she brought with her, and she's going to read to us. Tell us what it is first.
Robert Gist has the most beautiful mind in the world. He is a giver, not a taker. And every time we work together, he gives me something quite beautiful. I never walked out of my dressing room or into it that I didn't find some line in this. And I think this is why I said before, David, that nobody's going to get my soul. I only want to be a giver. Go placidly amid the noise and haste, and remember what peace there may be in silence. As far as possible, be on good terms with all persons. Speak your truth quietly and clearly, and listen to others, even the dull and ignorant. They too have their story. Avoid loud and aggressive persons. They are vexations to the spirit. If you compare yourself with others, you may become vain and bitter, for always there will be greater or lesser persons than yourself. Enjoy your achievements as well as your plans. Keep interested in your own career, however humble. It is a real possession in the changing fortunes of time. Exercise caution in your business affairs, for the world is full of trickery. But let this not blind you to what virtue there is. Many persons strive for high ideals, and everywhere life is full of heroism. Be yourself. Especially do not feign affection, neither be cynical about love, for in the face of all aridity and disenchantment, it is perennial as the grass. Take kindly the counsel of the years, gracefully surrendering the things of youth. Nurture strength of spirit to shield you in sudden misfortune. But do not distress yourself with imaginings, because many fears are born of fatigue and loneliness. Beyond a wholesome discipline, be gentle with yourself. You are a child of the universe, no less than the trees and the stars. You have a right to be here, and whether or not it is clear to you, no doubt the universe is unfolding as it should. Therefore, be at peace with God, whatever you conceive him to be, and whatever your labors and aspirations in the noisy confusions of life. Keep peace with your own soul. With all of its sham and drudgery and broken dreams, it is still a beautiful world. Be careful. Strive to be happy. And this was found in Old St. Paul's Church, Baltimore, dated 1692.
Very much indeed. But we'll be right back, showing that was marvelous.